Hey everyone, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour. And I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be there for the whole process and work on it with me. So tonight we're going to prep some of my sewn 4 blocks of sewn blocks together, and we are going to prep them for the quilt as you go process. So I have 4 of these. I have this one and this one. We finished this one last night, and then we also did this one last night. And then on Wednesday, we did this set. So we have 4 sets of 4 blocks right here. And I'm prepping them for the quilt as you go process. And this is my quilt as you go quilt so far. And this is made up of 3 sets of 4 blocks. So with quilt as you go, you actually put the backing on and quilt it while it's in this case, in the set of 4. So we're gonna prep that tonight, meaning we need to make the backing fabric and we need to trim the backing fabric to size and cut batting, and we'll try basting it together tonight too, hopefully. So I'm going to flip you around and we'll get going. I know, it was so productive last night, Noeline. We got 2 whole sets done, where the night before we only got 1 done. So yeah, we were cruising last night. So let's see if we can get far tonight as well. All right, flipping you around and we'll get going. Yep, there we go, you guys. So on Monday, we'll start the actual quilting with the machine. So tonight I have a bolt of fabric here. I need to get more of my backing fabric. And I've decided that I am beyond measuring tonight. I'm gonna get a little higher here. And all I wanna do is, I'm gonna use my fabric pieces as a guide. So I'm gonna just take one of these and set it on here. I want this to be, I want it a hair larger. The backing and the batting, I will have a hair larger so that if this shifts at all when I sew it, then it's going to be okay. Like I'm going to have a little extra there. Kay says, what if you sewed all 4 in a row, the cut of strips, batting, and backing? You could totally do that, Kay. So I have just been doing them in these little 4 patches because for me, it's been fun just taking a set of 4 and practicing quilting with it. So for me, this is a whole big quilt, a free motion quilt practice for me. I haven't done much of it. So having just a square this big is a really nice size for me to play around with. But you could for sure sew, I could sew all of them together in a row like this and then cut the batting and the backing and then quilt like this. I could totally do that. Feel free to do that. I mean, and you could even quilt each block alone before sewing it together. But this is just what we've been doing for this one is each square, each set of 4 on their own. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep going like this for now. But all right, let's trim this. So again, I'm just using this as a guide. And I'm going to get my ruler and we're going to just trim here. Like I said, I'm just kind of estimating. I don't think I really need to have that. Like, I don't think I need it to be like perfect, like a perfect, 13.5 inches or anything like that. I'm going to just trim. So, all right, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to shush this guy out of the side, out of the way, just in case I don't want to accidentally cut him. All right, so we have one there. I suspect I'll need another, because let's see. Yeah, I can get one. This is layered in two, so I can get two right here. I can probably get another one out of this fold, but let's cut one more so I can get the bolt out of my hair, and then I'll layer those two and cut those. I think so, Robin. I think a yellow binding would be really cute because it would frame this, and then it would kind of blend into the background. I do like that idea. It's gonna depend on if I have any more of this fabric, because this is it. What's on this bolt? I might actually have to use something else for the backing on some of these, but hopefully not. Hopefully I have enough for everything. All right. Let's get this down again as my guide. Theory, I can go in the same spot. Oop, scooched some stuff. All right, I am trying to align the fold on the bottom edge here. All right, I think this looks like plenty again. Okay, there we go. Now I can get this big bolt out of my hair. All right, now let's cross cut these. I'm actually gonna rotate my whole, oop, hit the window. I'm gonna rotate my whole mat here. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for that too, Arloa. I just wanna get all of these guys together. And I just love that we're gonna magically have a quilt done without having to do the process of like going on the ground and pinning them and any of that stuff. So I'm pretty excited. All right, all my selvages are together here. Yep, I think we're fine there. So again, I'm just gonna lay this down this way, give myself a little bit of room, and I'm gonna trim right here now. I think that's probably plenty. Just a little extra. Now hopefully, so I have my 4 layers right here, and that's all I need. I need 4 because I have 4 backings, but I'm hoping that this fold works out, that it'll be another piece. Ah, perfect, look at that. So, all right, I have 2 extras for when I get that far, for when I get 2 more blocks done. So awesome, that makes me happy. Great, so I can get 3 out of 1 cut from the bolt. I can get 3 of these 4 blocks worth. So that's good to know. All right, so that's that. We have to basically do the same thing now for the batting. So let's shush this to the side. Okay, and batting. So this is that warm and natural, but I am almost out of this as well, and I might not even have any pieces that are big enough. So we're gonna have to just see what we got here. And then I have this really weird poofy batting. So it's really lofty. It's really thick. I just have a bunch of weird battings laying around here. So I thought it'd be a fun opportunity to, doing the quilt as you go, do different types of batting. And then, you know, we might just have a weird poofy square in the middle of the quilt, or a couple blocks, and then somewhere else we have this nice thin stuff. I thought it'd be just a fun way to experiment. Since I am experimenting with, for me, this quilt is all about like playing with the free motion quilting and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see the difference between what the free motion quilting looks like with the really poofy batting and what it looks like with the really flat batting. Even though this poofy batting, I mean, it's so thick that, you know, it'll really kind of, we'll lose some edging, so we may need to We may need to add a little extra on the edge, but I don't know, we'll see. So, okay, we got some here. So I'm going to just lay this on here again. Basically the same thing as what we did with the backing. I'm just gonna go one at a time because I am using just kind of scrap batting here. So it's not all perfectly square. All right, again, I'm just giving it a little edge around, and I think that looks maybe a little bit more over here. Because again, once we start quilting this and like pushing the fabric outward, we might move it around a little bit. So we do want some extra. So we'll cut what I can out of this batting, and then we'll try that poofy batting and see what happens with that. Might be crazy, but oh well. I'm gonna do. Oh, I'll rotate it. My space isn't big enough to move the cutting board. We'll just move the actual piece. It's probably better anyway. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna keep this batting right with this. Throw that in a stack here. All right, let's get another piece of batting. Oh, you use the puffy batting for baby quilts and just stitch in the ditch. Oh, that's a good idea. You know, we could Frankenstein some of these together too, although I'm not as excited about that. Oh, didn't I have another? Oh, where did that other big piece go? Maybe that was it. Yeah, this is too small, this one. Add that one, too small. I think these all were kind of too small. Yeah, I think that might be that for this batting, unless I put it together, Frankenstein pieces together. But I think for now, let's try a few with this poofy stuff and see what we got here. Again, this is all scraps from other projects at one point or another, so I might not get all my pieces out of here either. Oh gosh, this is just everywhere already. So poofy. Okay. A little cloud. All right. I can't even hardly see my mat here. I think I might use scissors for this. So again, I'm just going to trim around this, keep a little extra. So I think normally this probably isn't a good idea, is not a good idea, using different types of batting in a quilt, because they can shrink at different rates, and you know, they'll have different like poofiness and all that. But I kind of like the idea of just having this almost be like a sampler of batting as well for this quilt. So I'm okay with it being weird. But if you're going for like a nice quilt, it's probably a good idea to, not a nice quilt, that's the wrong way of saying it, but if you want everything to look uniform and organized and predictable, then I would use the same batting throughout. All right, throw this guy aside. Let's see if I can get two more out of here. So this is going to be like a weird poofy row of free motion quilting. So we'll see. I do have some more batting, some more scrap battings. So we'll get that out next time for sure. Right now I'm using up all the things, which is nice. Using up all my weird little batting things. Then I'll at least know that I don't have any large pieces of batting anymore, and I'll only have small pieces of batting, which would be great for another quilt as you go project. Like if I did a quilt as you go where I just quilt the squares, and then then I could use all of these small pieces. I just decided to do these larger 4 squares together, like these larger blocks, just because I thought it'd be more fun, like a good practice area for free motion quilting, a little bit more than just a single block. These are all going to be poofy. All right, I got one more. All right, let's lay this down again. Ooh, yeah, we're not going to have, I don't think I'm going to have enough for many more with this fabric either, so that's good. Ooh, we can make a nice poofy pineapple if we just outline this. That'll be kind of fun. Oh, you know what, you guys? I think I've been cutting. I think this is doubled up. So maybe it's not this poofy. Oh, look, you guys. So this is actually folded in half. So this is thin. Oh, I wanted it to be poofy. You know what? I might just double layer it. So I think those other two, let's just keep the 2 layers. So it's like an extra poofy one. And this one, let's do the smaller one. Although I might trade it out because I do like the idea of a poofy pineapple there. Well, that's kind of a bummer. So this is definitely feels like more of like a polyester type thing. So it probably has a different warmth than the cotton. So every batting just kind of acts a little differently. Some is nicer for summer. Some is nicer. Warmer for winter. Some has just drapes nicely, and some are a little more stiff. It's just, they all act a little differently. All right, so I'm gonna, I think this is gonna be my non-poofy one. So I'm gonna put this guy here, just because I want like the clock to keep its shape a little bit, and I think this one will be the single layer of that, I don't know, polyester-y type stuff. I don't know what it is for sure. And then we'll do this guy on the double layer, the double layer of that kind. And then we have another double layer, which I think will be fun. Ooh, a hashtag that jumps off will be pretty cute, I think. Oh, you double your puffy batting a lot, Joe. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never done that before, so this will be fun just to see the different effects you can get from doing different things. So, all right, and then this is that warm and natural. This is that 100% cotton, which I really love it, actually. I'm just out. I should buy a whole roll of that or something. All right, here are those squares that we cut out. So next up, we need to baste these together. So we're basically prepping for the quilting now. We need to have a layer of backing, and it looks like I could probably press this too. So let's do it. Keep shimmying things around here. I'm gonna just press all 4 pieces right away. So I got my iron over here. This guy in particular is really wrinkly. Just a little bit. And again, I don't care so much. I mean, we're going to be handling this quite a bit, and once it goes to the wash, there won't be any of those wrinkles anymore. My iron might be turning off a little bit there. All right, I'm going to try and get these. I think it's heating up now. I'm going to try and get those a little bit more. But let's get my other 4 out. Oh, you got a bolt of cotton batting. Yeah, I would just like to get, you know, a giant roll or something, and then like have it last forever. My mom and I got a large roll, like, you know, like what a long arm quilter would use, basically, like a giant roll of batting. And my mom and I have been sharing a bamboo mix kind of giant roll like that for a few years, actually several years now, and we're almost out of it. So it's time for us to start thinking about if we want to maybe try and buy another giant roll of that somewhere and share it again. But I think we would try something else, like this warm and natural, maybe like a big roll of that would be kind of cool. Oh, I think this is the one I did already. Yeah. I'm not sure this is really doing much, but oh well. Some of these are looking like some pretty permanent type creases. But like I said, once this is all washed and cleaned and everything, that won't matter anymore. Oh, Gina, they had a Quilter's Dream sampler pack. So I actually have a little sampler pack, and that's what I was gonna get out after this. Actually, let me see if I can go grab it quick. We'll do the batting that I have now, but I want to show you, since I'm kind of out of all this other batting, I want to show you what the next plan for batting is. Okay, I had gotten, years ago, I got this sampler pack of batting. So let's see, I don't even know what's in here. So there is some warm and natural. Should almost label them once they're in the quilt. So warm and natural. This is warm bond, thermally bonded cotton batting. So what does that mean? Will not separate or bunch. Fabric clings to batting while quilting. Doesn't that happen a lot? I wonder what the difference between these two are. Well, anyway, oh, this is like thermally bonded, and this is needle bonded, where it's like you pierce it with a bunch of needles and that's what holds it together. So I suppose it has a little bit different texture. Warm blend. This is 50% bleached cotton fibers and 50% polyester. The perfect blended batting for quilting, crafting, and wearable arts. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little warmer having it polyester too, or maybe it doesn't shrink as much, or you don't have to quilt it as close together maybe. It's clear to see, warm and white. So this is white needle cotton batting. So this is basically, if I had to guess, it's like warm and natural, but bleached. That'd be my guess. So let's see, soft and bright. Okay, so this is polyester batting, which is a lot of times good for kids stuff and all that. Soft and bright, needled polyester batting undergoes the same manufacturing process that the cotton one does. Okay, well, anyway. That's Insel Bright. Oh, this I have to save. So this is that batting that you can use for like, what is it, like mitts and stuff? Like oven mitts. It's got that oven heat stuff in there. So that's cool. I'll have to, oh, it says it's not intended for microwave use though, but I don't know. I thought maybe I'll make some like oven mitts or something with this. So we won't use that. And then warm tater. Oh, funny. This is for like microwavable projects. Oh, weird. I wonder what makes that different than any of the other stuff. This is just like weird. I wonder if this is just like warm and natural that they've rebranded a little bit. It seems like the same thing. Maybe it's a little thicker. Oh, it's definitely a little thicker. So if you need a little, it's stiff too. So this is about twice as thick, it feels like, than the warm and natural. So this is like a hefty batting for some reason. Goofy, so many different kinds of things, and for all different things too. I don't even know if this, here's another like, oh, this is one piece. Oh, so this is just like a really, I thought this would come apart like the other one, like it was 2 layers, but it's not. This is an actual poofy piece. So, all right. So that's what came in this little packet that I've had for ages. And, you know, this is the perfect quilt as you go. Like this is the perfect time to use up stuff. So after we use up those big pieces, then this is what I got next to use up. I'm definitely going through I'm like Marie Kondoing my fabric and supplies, but in slow motion. So I'm using up all my things, and I'm turning them into stuff. Using up the old things. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it. These are all ironed now. All right. If there's any polyester or bonding glue, not good to put in a microwave. Oh, that makes sense, Sue. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. So with the warm and natural, that would be good, I would think, for like kitchen type stuff, because it's just cotton. It's 100% cotton with no bonding. It's just needle bonded, which just means it's like needle felting. They just agitate the cloth basically, and that's what holds it together. So that potato stuff, whatever that one was, it was just like thicker. It was like 2 layers of this together. Okay, so I'm gonna just put these 3 items on top of each other. So I have the batting, then the batting, the backing, and the batting, and then the front here. And I'm kind of placing the front right in the center, and I'm gonna grab my quilting needles here, or pins. These are basically like basting pins. They are safety pins with a little bend in the middle like that, and that helps go down and up easier through fabric. So I'm going to put one right in the center here. I would like to find like a fine version of these, just because I feel like they put pretty big holes in the fabric, but again, those will kind of go away. I could baste this by hand. Like you could just take a needle and thread and put a few stitches in here to hold it together. What I'm doing, I mean, the reason I'm doing this is to hold these 3 layers of fabric together temporarily. And we'll take these out as we start sewing. And there are just so many of these that the point does not even go through fabric. I gotta completely toss those because they're going to the side. I'm gonna close them up and put them to the side because they're worthless if they don't go through fabric. They're so old. Maybe I should just buy a whole new one. Has anyone used, Linda, what is that batting? Like, I thought it's a disposable, but that's not what you have there. I have never used basting spray before. I'd like to give it a try. I don't know, it freaks me out a little bit, the idea of spraying something like glue on, like spraying this down, and you know, then I'd get it all over here too. I'd have to like spray it outside or something. But that's kind of how I felt with using glue, like to glue down applique too, and now I love that method. So I based on that, I feel like I should give spray basting a chance. I don't have any right now. But yeah, I don't know. Do any of you spray baste, or what's your favorite way to baste? Oh, you have a little spray box when you do yours. All right, I'm minimally doing this. So I'm going in the center. I'm just kind of stretching it out or flattening it out. So I'm going like opposites, and now I'm gonna do like the diagonal. I'm trying to get it as flat as I can. It's gonna be easier on this this batting that's really kind of light and simple. Ooh, I'm really close to the edge here. Oh, but I do have an extra 1/4 inch of for this block too, so I don't think it'll matter. Ooh, I have a little bump in here. Where's that coming from? Just smoothing it out. You always pin, Libby, but you don't like to. That's how I feel too. You love spray basting. It's easy. Oh, you don't need a lot. Well, I will have to give it a try sometime. It'll have to go on my list of stuff to buy next time I get some more quilty stuff. Does it affect when you free motion quilted at all? Oh, you hate getting on the floor to pin. I know that, Shauna, that's why I'm super excited about this quilt as you go, because I can just pin in little bitty areas like this. All right, I think, oh gosh, I don't think I flattened that out really well, did I? You know what? I should have maybe taped this down. Should we give that a try? I think I might have, I think I could have done this a little bit better. Let's see, how are we doing on time here? You guys, I think I'm gonna redo this one a little bit. I'm gonna take these edge pins out. I forget that when I do this on the floor, I tape down the back, and I didn't do that here, so the back wasn't very flat. So let's give this a try. And I remember us talking about this last time, and because I had forgot to do this last time as well. So let's just give it a go again. I think I'll leave that one in there. But we'll just get a few pieces of this tape here. You never had any trouble spray basting, and oh, the free motion quilting is easier. I will have to give that a try. Okay, yeah, I can already tell that it's good that we're going back and doing this. I really, you want to like kind of stretch it out and have it flat here. Let's see if this improves at least. We'll see if this makes the back any flatter, less bunchy. You like spray basting, but rarely do it. Fusible batting. Oh, see, I haven't used that either. So there is batting out there that is fusible. So you can just like press, I could just press this to the back and the front, and yeah, that'd be kind of a neat deal too. All right, I'm gonna just do the corners. I'm gonna try and reuse this tape for the next pieces too, we'll see. Running out of this blue tape. All right, one more. A little extra work doing this, I suppose. This guy doesn't want to stay. All right, now let's give this a go again. And if it doesn't help at all, then meh, we'll just not do it for the other ones. I suppose it'll be different with each batting too. Oh, Shauna, you know what? I think I saw that video too. So Shauna said that she saw someone on YouTube make her own spray based. And I think I remember seeing that as well. I'll have to look that up again too. But man, I don't know. I wonder if I would use it enough to... It was something that seemed perishable, I think. Which maybe it's good. No preservatives or anything, just get it done. Okay. Last one. Let's see how we did this time with the back. Oop. Pin. All right, I'm going to shimmy these to the side. Okay. Oh, much better. So it's not bunching at all anymore. Ooh, it looks like I missed. I didn't go all the way through on this one. I only went through the batting. But yeah, that's much better. It's not bunching. Did you see it last time? It really kind of was bunching. So that's just going to cause problems when we quilt. It's going to want to pucker. But all right, I think we're good enough here. So I'm going to set this one to the side. Let's do these other guys. So I think it'll go a little faster now that I remember what the heck I'm doing. Let's tape these down. All right, and the corners. Yeah, because we're kind of stretching and evening this out too by doing this. Yeah, it turned out so much better, Barbara. I think so too. Okay, next up. Ooh, this is a poofy one, so let's... So normally I don't like the batting bigger than the backing, so I may trim this one just so it's about the same size as the backing. I actually usually like being able to see the backing, so I made the backing maybe a little too small, but I was trying to preserve fabric, and I think it's different when you have a whole quilt. I think, you know, if you're quilting a whole giant quilt, then if you're pulling in the fabric, that's going to multiply, you know, versus a tiny little thing like this. I have hand basted before, so I do sometimes do that, although for like usually just for smaller projects. I suppose we could for this, but I don't know. We'll stick to the pins. All right, man, I really kind of wish I cut the backing a little bit bigger, but I think we're okay still. Okay, this is really poofy. So this is the 2 layers of that, what I'm guessing is some sort of polyester stuff. So this is going to be extra poofy, which will be fun. It'll be neat having like these fun little poofy blocks in the middle of our quilt somewhere. Kind of fun. And I like knowing just personally that, oh, it's poofy because I used up a bunch of stuff I had, and that's always satisfying for me. Ooh, did get one over here. Oh, this hashtag and this little heart are going to be so cute on this poofy batting, I think. We'll like trace around it and it'll just pop, I think. Ooh, we could stitch little leaves in here maybe. Those could be cute and with this poofy backing too. All sorts of ideas. It's kind of nice doing it on this cutting board too, because I can move it around. Oh, the last time you did the basting, hand basting, was on a quilt over 20 years ago. It's kind of fun every once in a while to do something like the old school way, like before there was all little weird technologies like little curved safety pins and stuff. And it's neat. I just kind of enjoy knowing how to do it like the old way too. Okay. See how we did here. Yep, that doesn't look too bad. I'm happy with that. All right, that's gonna be so poofy. This is just, it's just all fluff. I like it. All right. Next up, we got 2 more here. I'd like to try and get those both done. So after this, we are ready to just quilt. So we'll do that all week, I think. I'll have to clean my machine. If I'm not working on anything on Sunday, I'll try and do that. John and I are going to be at our little warehousey studio for Penguin and Fish all day tomorrow. Working hard, so I won't be able to clean the machine tomorrow, but hopefully after that. Yeah, this was definitely smart to go back and tape this down. It's really helping. Okay, there's that. All right, here is another double layer of that. Oh gosh, what's all this? Double layer of that kind of polyester stuff. I think I might again try and trim it so it's close to the backing size. At least along this edge, maybe. Ooh, it's just a little goofy. There we go. And we're gonna go here too. I just don't want my brain to think that I have all that much backing fabric there too when it's not. It's just batting overhang. So I'm just kind of basically trimming it to trick myself to not thinking I have more backing than I do. Okay, that looks centered enough. Pins. I'm kind of doing the sides first instead of the diagonal because look how when I do a diagonal how it pulls this edge. If I do these first, then I can kind of keep my sashing straight so it looks, you know, straight left and right. Oh, this is going to be cute, this curvy one with the double fluff in the middle. Okay, two sides and get it done. Haven't seen these blocks in a little while. They've been wanting to be quilted for a long time. So I've not tried that method yet where you baste your quilt or you roll it up on like on a tube and then keep rolling it out. I've seen that like videos on how to do that, but I have not tried that yet. And that'd be something to figure out for sure. Maybe my mom and I will try and figure that out sometime. I suppose we need a finished quilt first. Finished quilt top, and we're both doing our Splendid Sampler 2s as a quilt as you go, so we won't need to do that for this one. So next quilt. I still want to do that granny square quilt. So maybe for that one I'll try that method. All right, let's see how we did there. This tape is pretty much finished. I just have one more to do though. Double fluff. I think that's okay enough. On some of these, see that's like poofing, but I'm thinking by the time we'll remove that pin before we get that far, and you know, we'll spread it out as we go a little bit, I think. So hopefully we're good enough. And I'm excited we had 2 extra backing pieces too. And that's one step out of the way for later. Last one. Ugh, I'm excited that we won't have to do any of this on Monday, though. It'll be all ready for us to go. Stretch this out again. All right, good enough. So this is that single layer now of this kind of polyester-y stuff. Ooh, it really wants to hold on to the fabric, though, so that's good. That'll make it easy for basting. Scooch it this way a little bit, I think. All right, I think we got it. This one I could trim too, but I can actually see it well enough through, so I'm not worried about that. Ooh, Nolene, that's smart. Carpet roll for roll up quilts on. All right, a couple more. I wonder how we should quilt this guy. This would maybe be neat if we like connected, made like little petals almost. Would be kind of fun. Or we could do like a triangle and a petal and then another triangle. I don't know. Could do anything. That's the thing. That's the problem, right? Ooh, that one's hard to close. Sheesh. All right, two more, and then we're ready. Do any of you use that pin closer? There's a closer thing that you can get where it helps you close these pins. It's like a little stick with some metal on the end. I think my mom might have gotten one of those. I haven't used one before, but I'm thinking just like from closing it with my finger right now that I could use one. Use a little helper there. All right, let's close up the pin guy before he falls open. All right, remove our tapes. Don't need them anymore. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, this guy up here, I think I'm gonna redo this guy really quickly here. I might just kind of smooth it out on this side and flip it over. Don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. Ugh, and I even totally missed the back fabric. All right, one more try. There we go. No, I didn't get it again. See, not a fan of these pins sometimes. Get in there. There, now I have it. There, that's a little bit better. But yeah, again, once we start quilting, I'll have to remove those pins and then we can stretch this out a little bit more. But there we go, you guys. So we have our 4 blocks ready. I'm gonna get a little higher so you can see them all. I'll lay them all out here again. So we got this one. These are the 4 that we'll get started. So we'll have to pick one of these on Monday to work on. Got our little poofy pineapple. Ooh, I'm really excited about this really fat batting. I haven't stitched on batting or double layered batting or batting this fat before. I kind of want to do this one on Monday. I'm excited about outlining this, and I'm excited about, I want to add like little leaves and stuff in here. And then a fourth one, although this one would be fun to do too. Cute, so many cute blocks. All right, you guys, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna flip you guys around and we'll take a look at these again. Hello. Okay. Oh, you use earplugs on the back of the pins. Oh, interesting. All right. So I'll show you guys again here. So you can just kind of see the size again. So that 4 patch, these are going to be so fun once they're quilted. Oh, that one's cute from far away. I like that one. I like all of them. Pineapple. That'll be fun with this batting for sure, I think. The poofy batting. And Mr. Clock. We'll have to think of something fun to do for that one for the quilting as well. All right, you guys, thanks again. So I'm super excited we have those prepped. And again, we'll get started on the free motion quilting on Monday. And what I mean by that is now that we have those prepped, we'll be able to take each one and start quilting it. So here on this side, you can kind of see the quilting a little bit more. So we're gonna do that for each one. Afterwards, we will trim it to size like these, and then the quilt as you go, where we sew our squares together. That's the whole process here. And eventually we'll have a whole quilt by doing that. So awesome, you guys. Oh, pin Moors. You've seen them online. I'll have to look into that, Charla. But anyway, I will be here again Monday, so have a great weekend. Yeah, and I'm on the Penguin and Fish page on Facebook at 8:30 p.m. Central again on Monday. So have a great evening, and I'll see you then. Good night.